Right. Moving on to our next session, if I may be so brave and forward as to invite Vivienne to speak to us next, if that is okay, please. And Vivienne will be covering with us on how a topic on how to rebuild our self-esteem and dealing with imposter syndrome. So before we kick off with Vivienne, if I may say a few words about Vivienne. So Vivienne, the Clarity Facilitator, is a family systems engineering advocate with expertise in mediation, image consulting, and marriage counseling. With over 2 decades of experience, she excels in resolving disputes in both family and corporate environments. Vivienne is the director of Life Foundation and also holds the role of Director of Welfare and Tourism at the prestigious Lagos Ladies Environmental Club. Her commitment to facilitating communication is evident in her passion for languages. As a devoted wife and mother of three, Vivienne encourages holistic wellness and healthy living. So, Vivienne, welcome today. We look forward to hearing what you have to speak about. I will hand over the floor to you.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for this opportunity to share with a global audience. I'd like to thank the founder, Noella Ugo, for this wonderful collaboration going on around the world for women. So for me, it's really a privilege. You guys would pardon me. I would place my phone in a more... okay, so yeah. So thank you. I've been having a lovely time since yesterday, and I intend for it to continue today. Thank you so much to the first speaker for sharing on, how we can just, put it all together and keep it going. Because for me, this is teamwork, okay? Right now, I am going to be sharing with you on self-esteem and dealing with the imposter syndrome in context to going back to work after taking a break in your career. When Noella, the president, was kind of sharing with us, or her opening speech yesterday, I said it resonated with me because honestly, I think Shruti said something in those lines. It's just something that it's daunting. Let me use that word. And the way Noella, like a mother, just kind of presented it to us that, it's okay. We've all been there. We've all done that. And some of us have even bought a T-shirt and a face cap to match. It really warmed my heart and it made me feel very safe again. And that's why we're having this growth conference. We want us all as women to feel safe, feel seen. And whatever the situation, just know that you have a hand you are holding lovingly on this journey. You are not alone. Thank you for the organizers. Thank you to Ogo. Thank you to Sandra. Thank you to the team. All right. I'll just dive into it by saying returning to work after a career break can be challenging, as all the speakers have let us know. Why? Because they are telling us how to deal with it. So it is something. It's challenging, and that's why we have professionals coming together to bring to us the solution. All right. It is what it is. It's challenging. And it's common to feel like, you doubt yourself, you second guess yourself or your abilities when it's time to get back into the working field. We're dealing with two things here. We're dealing with self-esteem and we're dealing with the imposter syndrome. So I would first of all break it in pieces. I think it's Erica that spoke about the harmony between work and family. Let's take it in bite sizes, okay? We're not going to just swallow it all and choke on it and struggle. No. Let's break it down. Okay, so we are actually practicing it already. Okay, so in breaking it down, I would say self-esteem is simply how you feel. It's simply how you feel about your abilities. All right. Some people have high self-esteem depending on maybe things they have gone through, how they were brought up, experiences, and some people have low esteem, self-esteem for the very same reasons. All right, your upbringing, the background where you were born, or your, significant emotional experiences on the journey. So it could be plus or minus, it could be positive or negative, but we are going to deal on how to build your self-esteem, irrespective of what you've been through, irrespective of where you've been. And we're just going to take it up from there. Firstly, we'll acknowledge our accomplishments. When I say acknowledge your accomplishments, it's reflecting on your past achievements. You know, we talked about you being coming back. You know, the title of this program says empower her. Let me tweak it a bit right now. She's taking her power back. This woman is taking her power back because she already has the power. So it just dawned on me right now is that you are empowering her because she has power and she wants to be re-empowered. So for you, by the time you're done with this conference, you tell yourself, I have taken my power back. I think that is what it's all going to tie up to. It's going to make sense like that. The package is to grab your power and begin to be the creator that you were created to be. All right? So you are going to acknowledge your past accomplishments, reflect on your past, what you have done, whether it's professional, whether it's personal. Noella said something about no matter what it is, you were back at home, taking care of the children, you know, doing things that did not put you in that space of career-wise, but you were learning a lot, like resilience, time management. You were learning things like, you know, patience, and just a whole load of soft skills that you might not even learn in the classrooms. It just comes out of experience, and that one money cannot buy. So please acknowledge your accomplishments. Update your skill. I think it was it not Dr. Mega who went back and her colleagues had gone far, and now she goes back to them and she's asking them, what is happening? What is new? What have I missed? So you consider taking refresher courses. If you are going back to what you did before, or if you have now decided on why, how, and what you want to do, then you have to get those, all right? This would boost your self-esteem. It will help you feel more confident and your abilities to demonstrate your commitment to your staying, because a lot of people sometimes when they embark on this journey to go back, then, you know, consistency. I think one of the speakers said it yesterday. You start and then you ask yourself, can I finish? Can I go through with it? What if I fall off the train as I move along? You know, it's all the self-esteem. You're not yourself guessing yourself. You're second guessing yourself. Can I do this? Do I have what it takes? And it's common. It's normal. We're normalizing it today. There's nothing, you're not feeling that way because you are no good or you are less than somebody else. No, you're human. And these emotions are just you dealing. And it's really beautiful that you are aware of the emotion so that you can deal with it. All right. You're afraid, you're doubtful, you're confused. Now, what we're telling you today is that, you know, just find out what skills do I need. I'm going back. I'm going to be doing this and this. This is the job description. What do I need to learn? And you begin to learn, prioritize, you know, begin to just like Hina said, you would just like, you know, you prioritize, you know what is expected, begin to apply these skills in the needed role or, you know, in whatever field you have chosen to operate in. You go on now to set realistic goals, like SMART goals. They are specific, measurable, achievable, you know, they are time bound, you know, things like that. You don't do things that, oh, I want to have a PhD in a year, in 2 years, and you have not even, you know, you've not mastered it, and you want, you know, just don't do the la la land thing. Wishes, it's nice to wish and to hope, but it's good. I think it's more better to have a plan. And just like you build a house, you need to start with a foundation, and then you need to design, and then you begin to build. You need to find out the cost of this house. You know, things need to be put in place, and so that you don't overwhelm yourself, because you do have beautiful ideas. You do have a beautiful dream, but we need to see you plan. And when you put the plan in writing, then you begin to work in accordance with the plan put in place. All right? I'll advise you practice positive talk. You're not, you compare yourself to others, and you begin to like say, oh, I'm not as good as she is, or I don't think I can do this. It's important you tell yourself that, you know what, Vivienne, I bring a fresh perspective. I know they have been here doing it for so long. I know they have more experience. I know they have acquired all this knowledge, but I bring a fresh perspective to this whole scenario, to this location, to this workplace. It's for you to practice self-talk. All right. I am capable of learning and adapting. You tell yourself, this is self-talk. We talked about the realistic expectations. You don't expect to get back into work and begin to function in full speed, like, full blast, No, it's actually a marathon. Okay. Look at it like, I like using analogies. Okay. Look at it like a marathon. Okay. Don't just sprint. You haven't warmed up. You haven't even found out, okay, you want to do a sprint. No, you're going to hurt yourself. Okay. So it's a marathon, and practicing self-talk as you go along. All right. I'm able to learn and adapt. Some people have the myth of, oh, the older you get, the more difficult it is to learn. No, you are able to learn and adapt. I can unlearn and relearn. All right. These are the ways you talk to yourself. Okay, I fell down the other time. I'm going to pick myself up. What did I learn? What did I learn? These are the ways you speak to yourself. You create a support system. I can't overemphasize this. A lot of the speakers yesterday spoke about it. Networking, family, friends, accountability partners. Connect with others who have also returned back to work after a break. They can offer you advice. They can share their experiences. They provide you with encouragement. They hold your hand. They give you a hug. They reassure you. All right? This is how you build your self-esteem in a world that is designed to the world is out there letting you, always in your face, telling you, this person is doing better. Well, learn to appreciate others' works. Learn to appreciate when people are doing things you admire or you inspire to do. It's good energy. It's a better place to be than to hate that person for doing what you want. You would never be what you don't appreciate, or you would never have it. These are spiritual principles, if you may call them so. They're principles. So whatever you want to, you aspire to be, you aspire to achieve, to aspire to do, when you see it, you acknowledge it, you appreciate it, and the connection begins to happen for you on how the universe, or some people, the universe would inspire things and people, bring them on your way, and it becomes this dream that is materializing right before your very eyes. Moving on to definition of what is an imposter syndrome. What is it when you say somebody has an imposter syndrome? Is the persistent feeling of inadequacies despite evident success. Oh, that happened by chance. That happened by, it wasn't meant to be. Why not you? Why couldn't that beautiful result come from you? You're deserving. You can do it. You have what it takes. You are empowered. Every day you are changing, you are evolving, you are blossoming. Why? Why must you doubt? Even though the success is staring you in the face. Remember what you did, how you woke up early, how you studied, how you went out of your way, and now the result is here and you doubt. And you try to put it down because why? You feel, oh no, it can't be me. It's all good, but it's not really who I am. I'm not really as experienced as everybody in the room. They were once learning as well. They were once where you are today. And if they had put themselves down and not pressed on and resisted the urge to give up, then you won't have them speaking to you. Everybody has fears. Everybody has times when they doubt themselves. But the ability to bounce back and to talk to yourself is what we're talking about today. All right? So let's see, how do you deal with the imposter syndrome? I'm not all that and a pack of chips. People are liking me, appreciating me, but deep down in me, I know that I'm really less than what they say. No, you are all that and a pack of chips. I tell you today. All right? Yes, you are. So recognize that it is normal. Many people experience imposter syndrome, if not everybody, especially when stepping into a new, previously held role after a break. Understanding that this feeling is common can help normalize it. It is not unique to you. All right? It's not unique to you. Focus on growth, not on perfection. All right? Focus on enjoying the journey of learning, of becoming, as opposed to having this big giant plan in front of you. And that the only time you would smile, the only time you feel joy or fulfillment is when I arrive. There is a journey before you arrive. I wish we had more time to share with you experiences of people that I know that have focused on the big dream and have missed the opportunity to smell the roses as they passed on that journey. And when they arrived there and looked back, they felt empty. So what we are bringing to you right now in this growth conference is to please learn to smell, admire, touch, feel the texture of the roses as you see them when you walk through this path and you journey through life to that your big dream. All right? Focus on all you are learning every day. Every day, focus on that. It says, instead of reframe your narrative, instead of viewing your career break as a setback. I don't know why the founder's speech actually, I think I wrote a lot in my book about that. It's not a setback, guys. All right? Frame it as a period of growth and learning. Highlight the transferable skills. All I taught my children while I was busy training them, my eldest is 24. I take into my workplace right now, and they wonder why I'm so patient. I'm patient. I raised 3 children. They're young. They're all in their 20s, and they test your patience over the years. They test you, and because you love them so much, you are willing to be patient and kind and gentle, and just to see them come to that place of understanding for themselves. All right. So there's so much I learned being a mom at home with my children that I've taken into my work environment right now, and they wonder, "Oh, you're so nice." Yeah. So no, I was trained. I was trained to be really, really nice and very, very patient. Practice in the real life, not theory. I went through it. So don't see it as something that everybody was busy becoming CEO and chief, just the head of one corporation, and they have moved up the ladder. Therefore, you were doing nothing. I can't remember who said it now yesterday, but you were doing a lot. Trust me, you were doing things that money cannot. You can't put a price on what you did and what you are still doing right now. Seek feedback. Don't be scared. It says here that you request constructive feedback. I don't know. I shared with someone the other day how in my time of living, going back into the workplace, I came across a narcissist. I'll share that with you. And I was, this is what I am naturally good at, and this is what I do not do so well, but I'm open to learning. And it was an experience that opened my eyes to, knowing the people out there. And it's helped me be more intentional in dealing with people that are coming back into the workspace, because you're so fragile, you're vulnerable, and you just want somebody to reassure you and tell you it's going to be okay. And that was not a nice experience for me, but God was so kind. He brought me like a mentor who I'm with today and still teaching. And every day I just thank God for her, because she's it's not about the age, it's just about the heart. All right. So I want to publicly acknowledge that I'm with someone who I feel safe with, who sees me and who just brings out the best in me. And for that, I remain eternally grateful. So constructive feedback from your peers or supervisors is a positive feedback can reinforce your self-esteem, while constructive criticisms can be used as a tool for improvement rather than a source of self-doubt. All right, you were good at this. This is what you need to work on. This is what I'm going to work with on you. Or let me show you how it's done. Things like that. Own your own success. When you achieve something, resist the urge to downplay it, like I said. Acknowledge your role in your successes and remind yourself that your contributions are valuable. Because I know we all go, oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. Yeah, thank God. What did you do that you're thanking God right now for? You had a plan. You prioritized. You gave it time, your energy, your resources. Acknowledge these little things. Yes, to thank God is good. But what role did you play? Break it down. Know for yourself. Own it so that you can recreate it. That's the whole idea. When you own it and you break it down, then you can know how to recreate that success tomorrow. Then you now begin to kind of like silence that imposter syndrome and know that I know what I did to feel what I felt, to be where I am. Then you do it again tomorrow and it will keep working for you. All right? Then you have to prepare for common triggers. Like I said, there are people out there that would even tell you to your face, this, and that, you're no good, you'll never amount to nothing. But what are the facts? You trained children. You were able to help people in this organization. You were able to do this with the growth conference. You were able to work with Noella. You were able to work with a couple of other people who saw something in you. So prepare for common triggers. They are there. Identify situations that may trigger your imposter feelings. If you're with people that bring out that thing in you that makes you feel, oh, I'm not the best thing since sliced bread. You need to move. You need to jump ship. You know? So identify, prepare for these scenarios where you are triggered. And review your strength. There's something I did, I'll share with you guys. I did a values in action thing. I don't know how many of you know it. The VIA test is online, it's free. Find out what your values in actions are. So that as a human being, when you wake up in the morning, you know how Erika was talking about the harmony, work and family harmony. Find out what your values are. I found there are 24 of them. Now they have the high values and the strengths, and they have the middle ones, and they have the lesser ones. But guess what? They are all strengths. They are all strengths. But some you need to work on. The ones at the bottom you need to work at. But the top 5, those are your natural self. If they wake you up in the morning, these are the things that are going to come out of you. For me, it's gratitude. For me, it's the love of people. For me, it's love of learning. It's for me, I like justice. I don't like people being oppressed or suppressed. It's something that brings out a part of me. I also, I don't know how many I've mentioned right now, but these are my 5 first core values. And I know, so it helps me, it guides me in the things that I would do naturally. It guides me in the kind of organizations or businesses or careers that I want to go to. So you need to go. You need to know this for yourself. So you don't start forcing a round peg in a square hole. What are the things that come natural to you? What are the things that make you come alive? What are your passions? This is how you must operate. You don't try to be somebody else. I wouldn't want to be Shruti. Shruti is beautiful. She's doing excellent. Oh, guess what, guys? I'm Vivienne. I want to be my fullest potential as Vivienne. So I can be inspired by Shruti. I can be inspired by Ereka. I can be inspired by Noella, Ogo, Sandra, Hima, Sanjeev. All of these great people that I've heard speak. But I want to be Vivienne in my fullest potential. All right? So with all these tips I've given you right now on what self-esteem is, how do you build it? This thing called imposter syndrome, what is it and how do I deal with it? You are empowered. You have your power back. Just say to yourself, I have taken my power back. Say to yourself where you're at, I take my power back. I take my power back. Okay. All right? Yes, you take your power back. It's yours. It's always been yours. We're just helping you revive it, reignite it. Take it back, go out there and show up as you. Every other person is taken. Just be you, okay? Just be you. We await you. The universe awaits you. And we also look forward to you sharing what you have on the inside of you to be a blessing that you truly are. So thank you all. And I believe in my heart that, the words that we speak and we've shared today, they are like seeds that have gone into our lives to bring to pass all the beautiful enlightenments we've received since yesterday. And I truly, truly, truly do wish you the very best as I look forward to seeing you all again in the near future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vivienne. Oh my God, that is so much knowledge, Vivienne. I don't know where to start. You have given these valuable nuggets through your entire talk. I think the things that resonated with me, out of all of that overall picture, I'm not alone. There are others who have done this journey.
Yes.
Again, take your power back. It's always been with you. That is, it's, 4 words, but so much power in those 4 words. It's acknowledging it. I think you were absolutely right when you hit on the point, acknowledge your accomplishment. I think so many times we just look at the end goal, but take a step back. What have you achieved? And I believe you meant for both professional and personal life. Yeah, yes. And what you said sort of so much tied in with what Noella said when her opening yesterday, in that even if you have taken a break from work, it's not as if you've not been doing anything. You've been gaining skills you would not gain in the workplace, and you are bringing it back to the workplace. So bit of personal experience here myself as well. So I took about a 4-year break, and this imposter syndrome was a big deal in terms of when you go back. But it took a while to then understand, actually, no, I'm bringing skills that I find actually are much more useful than had I not taken that break. So I think you, again, have hit the nail on the head with that. So thank you so much with that. Couple of questions, if you don't mind, Vivienne, that have popped up. Okay, you touched on having a mentor and how that helped you. What role, if you could expand a bit more, what role would mentorship play, or what role has mentorship played in helping you regain your confidence and navigate your return to work?
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. And the role the mentorship played is I went out there. I think someone did speak about following the experts in the field, in the field of your passion. There's something you want to do. You've chosen a career path. You go out there and you find the experts in this field. In my case, that's what I did. And I simply wrote a letter. I simply reached out. I reached out to this person, and there's somebody I have known for a while. And when I found myself at that point in life where I sat down, the children had, it's amazing, the story. My children grew up and they kind of like just went out of the house and started living their lives. And it dawned on me that I need to get a life. Gosh, guys, I love being a mother. I did it with the whole of my heart. I managed a business on the side, kind of oversaw the business, but my skills didn't really come into play. It did come into play in a limited way, which was fine with me because that's what I wanted, the flexibility. But my mentor, she's an expert in the field of what I do. Right now, I work with Life Foundation. Our logo is at the back on the backdrop, and we are into education. We're into poverty alleviation and social integration when it comes to family, when it comes to women, men, just the family. And so, as a family engineering advocate, I am working with the agency under this umbrella, dealing with inter-country adoptions. All right. So reaching out to the experts and just being open, because you need to be courageously vulnerable. You need to be courageously vulnerable. You might get a no, you might get a yes, but guess what? If you don't try, you never know. They might be too busy for you, and say to you, oh, Vivienne, I'm not able to do it, but I would introduce you to someone that I know that can work with you. That could be an option, and it's fine. But I just knew I had to step out of my comfort zone and not just prayerfully wait for somebody to come knock on my door and offer me mentorship. I had to go out of my way. And so far, she has kind of like helped me, created me like a baby from the start. It's going 2 years now. And I've learned so much dealing with people from Italy, and the whole of Europe now is open to me. And I am kind of like relating with people in a field that I'm just kind of like getting to understand every day. And when I have difficulties, I always feel free to go back to her and say, oh, what do you advise? This is what they say. Because half the time, based on what she's guided me on, I know what to say. But if I ever doubt, this is what I want to reply. What do you think? She'll be like, perfect, excellent. Maybe you should add this, add that. This is somebody open to teaching, open to mentoring, open to see me grow. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's helped me a lot. It's beautiful to wake up and know that you have somebody you could call and she's got your back. Yeah, I think it means everything really on this journey.
That is so inspiring, Vivienne. So I think one of my main takeaways is going to be find that mentor for you. Take charge, you find the mentor, because nobody is going to find them for you, but they will add to your life. And isn't that the most sort of human thing? Share your experiences, support each other. The more we support each other, the better it is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That is fantastic. Vivienne, thank you so much for that session. You were amazing. If you may be okay, so kind as to stay on if we have any other questions alongside the chat. But again, Vivienne, thank you so much. A big round of applause for Vivienne.